If you're running Google Ads for your towing business and you want to increase the number of phone calls without sacrificing call quality, then this video is for you. I'll break down 6 practical strategies that you can review and apply to scale call volume for your business. So let's get started. So guys, we're in our Google Ads dashboard, and if you're a towing business and you're thinking about how you can scale the number of phone calls with Google Ads, then in this video we're going to talk about the strategies, what you need to pay attention to, how you can increase your number of phone calls. And personally, I've generated thousands of phone calls for towing businesses using Google Ads, and I can share with you some tactics and strategies based on my experience. This is one of our example account, and as you can see, in the last 30 days, we have generated around 404 phone calls and 248 conversions, and the cost per conversion is around $18.96. If we're gonna see the cost per phone call, it would be much cheaper. Let's say it would be around $13 or maybe $12 to $14 range, but that won't be a correct way of measuring conversions. Here with conversions, I'm trying to measure unique conversions first, because people might call several times and they might still be one customer. Or the call length might be, let's say, 10 seconds, 20 seconds, or we might have missed calls. And here we're trying to not include those kind of phone calls. And that will be more accurate version of tracking conversions. And with that way, as you can see, we have generated around 248 conversions in the last 30 days. And you can see more of these kind of case studies where I've helped different local service businesses to generate phone calls using Google Ads. And you can also check my website to see more of these kind of case studies. So let's get started. The first strategy would be one of the most important strategy. People might say, I need to increase the budget. But before increasing the budget, I would suggest you try to work on your conversion rate. Maybe you can improve your conversion rate. For example, we're going to see our example campaigns. And if you're going to see our type of campaigns, their conversion rates are different. And the first type of campaign is a different type of campaign, and the cost per click is cheaper. And that's why we get more clicks. And the conversion rate might be different with that one. But the next 3 campaigns are normal campaigns. And as you can see, their conversion rates are around 35%, 32%, 40% conversion rates in the last 30 days. And rather than increasing your daily budget, you can improve your conversion rate. And that means without even spending more, you can get more customers. A quick reminder, I've generated thousands of phone calls using Google Ads. I made a checklist of things to check in your Google Ads account. Focus it on generating phone calls. If you want it, click the link in the description below and I'll send it to you for free. So let's imagine with this specific campaign, which generated 35% conversion rate, if we're gonna increase the conversion rate by 10%, which would be around 3.5%. So that would be around 38 point, let's say 7%, which is not a big change compared to this conversion rate, 35 to 38, right? But that would be a big change in the number of conversions. That would be around 8.2 more conversions without increasing the budget. And we can do the same here. So 32% conversion rate, and if you're gonna increase the conversion rate to 10% more, that would be around 35%, 36% conversion rate, from 32 to around 36, let's say. And the number of conversions would increase around 4.7, and again without increasing the budget. So that's one of the best ways of getting more phone calls without even spending more. And to increase your conversion rates, there could be several ways, and one of the ways would be to increase the quality of your campaigns. So you need to work on your ad copies. You need to focus more on the keywords which are bringing you more conversions at a cheaper cost per conversion, or eliminate the keywords which are wasting a lot of your budget. Or you can work on your landing page, which can also be crucial, because you might be sending high quality traffic to your landing page, and your landing page might not be able to convert those visitors. And if you can work on your landing page, that can also help to improve your conversion rate. And the next way would be obviously to increase your daily budget. But not all campaigns can have the capacity to bring more conversions with more daily budget. So let's see some examples. So if we're gonna see that even if we increase the budgets of these 2 campaigns, they may not bring more phone calls for us, because as you can see, search loss impression share budget is around 4% and 2.5%, which means it might be almost useless to increase the budget. Let's say we're gonna increase the budget 2 times, 5 times. It might not spend the budget. And the third one might have some potential, 16% more. So if we're gonna increase the budget slightly, we can receive more clicks and eventually we can get more phone calls. So that's why I would suggest you, if you want to increase your budget, your campaigns should have capacity to spend more. Because if your campaigns are too restrictive, as you can see here, it might not be able to spend your budget even if you increase your daily budget. And the next thing in our list, you can target more broader keywords. Now, if you want to scale more, smart bidding obviously can help by looking at your historical conversions. And even if you target more broader keywords, it might be easier for it to bring you more phone calls by looking at your historical conversion. So let's see some examples. So we're in the keyword planner. We're going to go to tools. Under planning, we're going to go to keyword planner and click on discover new keywords. And here we're going to enter the target keyword. So let's say it's going to be the keyword of towing. And with one keyword idea, we can have more keyword ideas. So that would be enough. And as you can see, we have 401 keyword ideas available. And from here, let's say with your current campaigns, you are using these kind of keywords like tow truck near me, towing near me, tow company near me, tow service near me, which are really, really good keywords. But now you want to expand and you want to get more search volume. So you should be targeting equally relevant but broader keywords, which would be, let's say, towing itself. Or let's uncheck the ones, the higher quality ones, and we're gonna add more broader ones, like towing, tow truck, or towing service is also good. Or we can use recovery truck and these kind of terms. This is one way. And another way would be you can also go to the search terms report and find more broader terms from your search terms report. But again, as I told, once you've added these kind of broader terms, make sure that they're not bringing a lot of irrelevant terms and competitor terms. And even if they bring some irrelevant terms, but they should be also bringing more relevant terms and more relevant traffic, and with that way more phone calls. But you should monitor their search terms and keep adding negative keywords regularly. And if you can control that regularly, that would be a really good way of scaling your campaigns by attracting more relevant traffic. And the next strategy would be relevant to the previous one. Let's say you have been using specific keywords, but you have been targeting them with exact and phrase matches. Let's say you are using tow truck service near me, towing service, or towing company, car towing near me. These are all relevant keywords, right? But you have been using them as exact and phrase matches. But if you want to expand, you can also use broad matches with smart bidding. And it doesn't mean your business might lose by getting a lot of spam traffic and spam phone calls. Yes, you might get low quality traffic, and yes, you might get low quality phone calls as well, but turning them into broad matches, if you're gonna look at the bigger picture, it can also attract cheaper cost per click keywords, and it can also bring you more higher quality phone calls as well. And that can work in many, many locations. But in your account, you should analyze that yourself, and you can add a couple of broad match keywords. And if they're bringing more relevant phone calls and you are making more profit than getting irrelevant phone calls with these kind of broad match keywords, then you can keep using these kind of broad match keywords, and you should regularly add negative keywords, because these kind of broad matches can attract low quality keywords, and you should regularly monitor them and add negative keywords. That's how it works. But if you think you need the highest quality traffic, this strategy may not work for you. And that would be another way of scaling your campaigns. If you can carefully monitor the search terms you are getting frequently, and in the long run, you can add a lot of irrelevant search terms and more frequently appearing search terms as negative keywords, and that would be easy for you to manage your campaigns after some time. And the next strategy in our list, if you want to scale the number of phone calls, you can expand into nearby service areas. So let's see an example campaign. So from here, if you're going to go to the location settings, and this is targeting a big location, and let's say we're targeting this location. And if you want to target nearby locations, you can expand based on zip codes. For example, let's say we're going to expand by postal code. That's how we can add the postal codes, for example. Or if you want to target bigger locations, let's say you can see all areas that can show even bigger locations. Let's say we can expand with this way, but that would target more bigger location. But if you want to expand based on postal codes, it can also add some population. For example, we have added some postal codes, and as you can see, they're also adding some search volume, but they're not a lot. But if you can expand into bigger areas, that can add more search volume on top of what you're already targeting. So that's another way of getting more phone calls by targeting the same type of keywords, using the same type of campaigns, but getting more search volume. And for that, you can achieve by expanding into new nearby service areas. And the last thing in our list, you should review your search terms regularly so that there could be more ways of scaling if you can get more data. So let's see that. So we're on the search terms report, and if you're gonna scroll down, as you can see, the keywords have been added already, but there might be certain keywords which haven't been added. As an example, let's imagine this keyword hasn't been added, and you can consider adding this keyword. For example, it brought around 13 conversions and the cost per conversion is good. And if this keyword is relevant to your business, you can also add this keyword, for example. And we can scroll down, and as you can see, there are more keywords which you can also add. For example, I've added a lot of keywords, and search terms report can show you certain keywords which you haven't added already, or you may not have thought about these kind of keywords that would bring conversions, but they might be bringing conversions, and they might have a really good cost per conversions as well. So the search terms report can help you a lot as well to scale your campaigns with this way. So overall, these are some of the ways of scaling your campaigns and getting more phone calls for your towing businesses. And again, if you guys want to get my checklist that I've created after generating thousands of phone calls for businesses using Google Ads, if you want that checklist, you can click the link in the description below. Or if you guys want my help to generate phone calls for your towing business, you can also apply to work with me, and I can help you manage your Google Ads campaigns. Otherwise, thank you guys for watching this video, and see you guys in my other videos.